Opinions expressed in this programming do not necessarily reflect the views of Shaw or its employees.
Hey guys, check this out. Hey, sweetheart.
Yeah, bring it on over here. My friends and I would like to order a round of sex on the beach, and you look pretty fit, so we'll probably be pretty thirsty after, and you can just fetch us some drinks then.
Oh, come on, guys, it's a joke.
Notice how no one else was laughing? You're making us look bad, man.
What is wrong with you for disrespecting her like that, man? When she comes back, I want you to apologize to her for acting like a creep.
You don't have to be a BC Lion to be more than a bystander. Speak up and break the silence on violence against women. To help Eva BC, donate $10 by texting Speak Up to 20222.
I am very turned on right now.
The following is a Shaw TV special presentation.
You are looking at a shot of Brantford and 6th Street in New Westminster, and Shaw TV is excited to welcome you to the 45th Annual Hyack International Parade. My name is Bianca Salterbeck. Joining me, I've got a special co-host today, former Miss New Westminster and a bit of an expert on the parade, Grace Wardle. Nice to see you. What can you tell me about this rain, Grace?
Well, unfortunately, it is seasonal. It happens a lot of the year around, unfortunately. Some people like to call us, instead of the West Coast, it's the Wet Coast,
That's
things
right.
like that.
Definitely appropriate for today. You can hear the sounds of the parade. It is almost getting started here. But Grace, I'm so excited to have you with me. As a former Miss New Westminster, you've been in the parade, and your dad's putting it together this year.
Yes, absolutely. You could say we're a bit of a royal family. We have a president, we have a first lady, and we also have a former Miss New Westminster, too, actually. My sister was Miss New Westminster as well, in early 2000s, actually. But being Miss New Westminster and being a part of this wonderful parade, it's really a great experience. Unfortunately, the rain might put a little bit of a damper on it, but it's still going to be a great day to have see some smiling faces.
It will not rain on our parade today. We are going to send it out to someone, though, who's right in the middle of things, our roving reporter, Dunya Tozy. Dunya?
Thanks so much, Bianca and Grace. Yeah, it is a bit of a soaker in here, but that's not stopping some of the brave people here who have been lining up there behind me. And we're going to have the chance to chat with some of them in addition to some of the people on the floats. Back to you, ladies.
Thank you so much, Dunya. We can look forward to Dunya's broadcast throughout the parade. She'll be talking to people on the floats and some of the spectators that we're hoping will be lining the streets later on. But fingers crossed. First up, though, Grace, you having so much experience with the parade, both through being in it and chatting with your dad, what are you looking forward to seeing?
I'm looking forward to seeing all the bright and happy faces, hopefully, on all of the floats. We have so many floats from Spokane, from Lilac Festival in Washington, and we have Marysville. There's so many different wonderful parades, and even local ones like White Rock and things like that. And then we also have the Hyack Festival Association, which I am a little biased. I have a soft spot for them. They're going to be wonderful.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking out for that float. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, like you mentioned, this parade is a big deal. It attracts spectators from the entire Pacific Northwest. People come, marching bands and floats. You can look forward to that. Again, they're still clearing the streets, so I think it's a good time to chat a bit about the history. We'll probably be saying the word Hyack never, 73 times. But what can you tell us? What does that word mean?
Well, Hyack is actually a Chinook word for go fast or hurry up, and the kind of history behind that is when New Westminster was still being created as a settlement, the surrounding lands were filled with Native people as well. And so when there was a forest fire or an emergency, they would run into the settlement and they would go to the fire hall or the firehouse, whatever it was called.
By the way, there's a fire truck behind us right now, so perfect timing.
Perfect.
Go on.
Yeah, and so they would go in and they would say to them, they would say, Hyack, Hyack, and they would tell them about what was going on and tell them to hurry up to go and take care of the fire. And they would run along the fire brigade saying, Hyack, Hyack. So if anyone's gone by the high school here in New Westminster, you'll see that our mascot is a fireman, so now you know where the connection comes from.
All ties in, that's right, yeah. And I mean, even the city of New Westminster has such a great, rich history. The way it was named by the Queen, right?
Yes, it was named by Queen Victoria, I believe, and she named it after her favorite part of London, which was Westminster, so now we are New Westminster. And we also honored her by naming our beloved Queen's Park after her.
Ah, that's right, you have a Queen's Park, yeah. That's what I love about the city. I mean, Canada is such a new country. It's nice to have this kind of tradition and history to talk about. We can also look forward to the mayor. He'll be in the parade today, so it'll be fun to see him. He is, oh gosh, I think he is one of the youngest mayors in the regions.
Absolutely, yes.
My age. I'm not going to reveal my age, but you know, for a mayor, he's young, maybe not for a TV host. We've got that to look forward to, and just chat a bit about what it takes in terms of what your dad's doing, but also the volunteers he works with.
It really is a humongous effort to put on this wonderful, not only parade, but some people don't understand that it is a whole week. It is Hyack Week. We begin on Monday, which was Victoria Day, with the Hyack Anvil Battery Salute, which if anybody was in New Westminster, they heard that big bang a few times in a row. That's the Hyack Anvil Battery Salute. And then we move on to May Day with the maypole and all of those fun things with the May Queen Suite.
There's a picture there for everyone. I was trying to wrap my head around that and how that looked, because it's not a cannon, but it still creates that.
It sounds very much like a cannon, but actually it's two anvils, one's on top of the other, and in between is a pile of gunpowder. And I don't know who thought this up. They just decided, let's heat up a rod and stick it into this gunpowder and explode this anvil probably about 10 feet into the air. Gosh, it's incredible to watch. I was able to watch my year as Miss New Westminster. In the past, they actually used to let Miss New Westminster try that, but unfortunately, yeah, my sister actually got to do it. She has a great photo in one of the old New Westminster papers, but it's unfortunately, we're not allowed to do that anymore because a bit of the shrapnel actually hit the mayor at one point.
Oh, okay. See, this is why we have Grace here, because I can't give you that kind of information. That's interesting. So, okay, when that happens with the mayor, I can see why you might want to change that tradition around a little bit.
Just keeping everyone safe.
Yeah,
absolutely. It was wonderful. And also, the May Day, actually, celebrations, New Westminster is one of the only cities and communities in Canada, I believe, that still celebrates May Day. It's a British tradition, and we still keep carrying it on, and it's very strong and wonderful in our community.
Yeah, so this parade is only one part of this wonderful festival, and the parade is getting started behind us. We've got the military vehicles coming through right now. Lining
Yes,
the streets.
absolutely. We see the Royal Westminster Regiment Association. Try saying that 5 times fast. Royal Westminster
You did it.
Regiment.
And you know what? They've got a nice roof over their heads, the gentlemen in that one. So they look pretty happy in their suits and ties.
Yep.
And, you know, I have to say, one of my favorite things, you know, and I think this always makes a good parade, is a marching band.
Absolutely.
You can hear them behind us.
I believe this is the regiment band as well.
Name that song, Grace. It's iconic. Perfect. No, this is a wonderful band that's marching by right now. They've got the hats, keeping them dry-ish.
It's all part of the pageantry of the parade.
That's right. So far, everyone we're seeing now, we're seeing some military vehicles. They're all staying dry, waving to the people that are out. And there are some people on the streets. They're just staying dry, so they're looking for some cover.
Absolutely. And these are all part of the military brigade, and we're going to see a lot of that to begin with the parade.
I can see some cadets coming as well. These brave souls also out here in the rain, marching.
They are the Navy League of Canada, the New Westminster branch. And we'll also be seeing the band that's coming up behind them. They have a marching unit, they have a band, they have vehicles, they got the whole 9 yards.
There are a lot of them, wow. This is where things start getting exciting for us. We've got a front row seat to seeing all this, and it's incredible.
Absolutely. And these brave souls they're putting on a brave face and just marching right through that rain.
And what's nice too about these kind of programs is they're offered to young people ages 9 to 18, can learn so many things, leadership, citizenship, sailing, music obviously, physical fitness.
Absolutely.
Very stoic faces as the rain is beating down on 6th Street here in New Westminster.
They sound really good.
They do. Let's take a listen.
Do you suppose they're allowed to smile?
You know what? To be quite honest, I think even if the sun was beating down on us, they would have those great, serious marching expressions. There's the little guys coming up now. Thank goodness for those hats. So that's the next generation right there that we see.
Absolutely. And as per the Navy League of Canada, we also see a wonderful boat with a few more cadets back there.
Just give us a couple more hours and that boat might be floating in water.
They have the right idea.
That's right, yeah. They also look, oh, they're smiling.
There we go.
So this is so joinseacadets.ca is where you go. Free for youths age 12 to 18. Great experience. They look happy. We've got a nice classic car coming up.
And now we see the Seymour Artillery Company. And they're, not only do they have a wonderful vehicle leading their unit, they also have a cannon.
That is serious business here. That's incredible.
Oh!
Didn't see that coming. That was great. Wow, look at that.
Well, as per their name, the Artillery Company.
Yes.
Very well. And the Seymour Artillery is reenactors and preserving the past and to preserve the future. And they're a non-profit organization, so.
And they were founded in 1866 here in New Westminster, and that's what we were talking about. The city has so much history. And I know those were 2 cannons, by the way, both with black powder muzzle loading. There you go.
And now we see the Honor Guard.
Oh, we've got some kilts now. I don't know how those are in the rain, but again, they're all wearing hats, so they're doing okay.
And they wear the traditional maple leaf tartan, which is Canada's official tartan. And they're very active in the community. They were actually at the Hyack Festival banquet last night. I got to meet some of those gentlemen earlier on in the week.
Wonderful. Oh yeah, you were at the banquet with your dad.
Absolutely. It was a wonderful affair. You get to meet all the festival heads and really connect with all the different communities across the Pacific Northwest.
Wonderful. Well, lots more to come from rainy but exciting New Westminster. We're going to take a quick break, but stay with us. What do I love about living in Metro Vancouver? Well, besides the great coffee, it's getting out and meeting the incredible people who make up our communities. The culture, the action, and the good karma moments. All that, plus the spectacular scenery here on the West Coast.
As the new host of Go only on Shaw TV, I'll show you why local is what you'll want to watch.
Shutout simulator audition, take 1.
It's game time at the Hockey Hall of Fame. Face off against today's best players and share your game cam videos. The Hockey Hall of Fame. It's your time to play.
It's where you live. Shaw TV, your local voice.
Of the 45th annual New Westminster Hyack International Parade. We'll send it over to Dunya Tozy now. She's with the local member of parliament, Peter Julian.
Hi, Peter. So it's a bit of a soaker here, but you braved the weather here and everybody's coming down now. What do you love about this parade?
Well, rain or shine, the parade must go on, and there's still hundreds of people lining the streets in Westminster, and so we're very happy with all the work the volunteers have done to make this Hyack parade a success despite the rain.
Is this the first time that you've been in a parade where it's pouring like this?
I think this is the first time in the last 40 years. I've been in the parade since high school, and this is an exception. But the parade must go on, and I must catch up with our other folks. Thanks to Shaw Television for being here.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys.
Well, you heard it from Peter Julian. In 40 years, he hasn't seen this kind of weather, but still nice to see him out in the parade. He's also... Judy Darcy just rolled by in her car, but now, next up, we've got another wonderful band.
This is the New Westminster Pipe Band, and you see underneath all of their rain gear, they also have the tartan on in their kilts, so that must be an unfortunate breeze.
That's right, they're braving the weather, they look good, and by the way, this band consists totally of volunteers, and you know what, they sound so great, we'll listen in. Yeah, and by the way, these guys perform all over the Lower Mainland. Parades like the one we're at today, charitable events, ceremonies of any kind in the city that are happening, and of course they perform for seniors in care homes. So you can probably catch them somewhere in the Lower Mainland. And now we've got the mayor,
Mayor Mr. Jonathan Cote,
with a big smile on his face. He looks really happy to be in the parade. No problems. He's not in a car. He is walking with an umbrella. Thumbs up for that one.
I was speaking to him last night. We were hoping that the rain would subside, but unfortunately it looks like we're probably still going to have some of this rain today and tomorrow, but he was still excited about coming out and joining us today.
That's right, and I think I see our Dunya Tozy with him now, so I'll send it over.
Yes, Bianca, we've got Mayor Jonathan Cote. Well, how about this, hey?
Well, we're getting a little wet today, but I guess today we're going to be swimming the parade. But you know what? The community spirit's still out here, and lots of folks still enjoying the parade.
I know, I can see people lined up in there. What do you love about this parade? You were born in New Westminster, right?
Yeah, you know, I think this parade's always brought the community together and brought people out. And even on a rainy day, to see you know, hundreds of residents coming out to enjoy the parade is so special.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Back to you guys. Thank you.
I love Dunya's enthusiasm too. She's also got a big smile on her face. She's out there in the rain. And of course, right behind the mayor, of course, some city councillors.
Yeah. I see it looks like we have Chuck Puckmeyer, and it looks like Jamie McEvoy might be in the truck maybe. I'm not sure. All the windows are up. I wouldn't blame him if he was.
No judgment here. There's Jamie McEvoy right now.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Oh, he looks like he's got some treats.
Well, we do see a few of the citizens of New Westminster coming out with their rain gear and their umbrellas, so it's nice to see that we have a little bit more support than we did earlier today.
Yes, it is nice to see people coming out. They're dressed. Well, I mean, this is the West Coast. You said it. People are used to it. Not maybe in, sort of the last weekend in May. However, we're ready. We know what's happening, and it's nice to see everyone. We've got this, what's this say? Commercial vehicle enforcement.
Yeah, this is part of the New Westminster Police Department, and they have a lot of different contingents, not only with the commercial vehicle safety enforcement, but behind there we see the bait ban, the NWPD bait ban.
Yeah, and while we're looking at all these great vehicles, I think it's a great time to thank the title sponsor for this year's parade, and that is Key West Ford. They've generously provided the vehicles that the VIPs are riding in today's parade. And they also, we also want to put a special thanks out to Adam Isfeld, hope I'm saying his name correctly, for his participation and contribution.
And speaking of VIPs, here comes our honorary parade marshal, Cody Husband.
That's right, and he is a BC Lions player, born and raised in New Westminster.
Absolutely. He was part of one of the first few seasons of the inaugural Hyack football program that was revived after about 30 years of absence.
Oh, and Gina's got someone. Let's go over to her now.
We've got Cody Husband right here. He's in the car. So Cody, it's soaking out there, but you know, people are braving the rain. What do you think about this? Have you ever seen a parade like this?
Oh yeah, I've been going to this parade since I've been a little kid, and I just remember my parents always bringing me out to come and see it. So it's kind of nice to be a part of it, and yeah, see all the people and giving back to the community. So.
And how special it is that you are the parade marshal. How does it feel?
It's a great honor to help represent New West and help the community, and it's kind of a funny thing is I always see even part of the Hyack committee or old parents of friends that I went to school with, so it just shows how kind of a tight-knit community New West is, and how it's, yeah, like I said, it's always great to give back and help out.
That's awesome. Enjoy the parade. Thank you so much. Back to you guys.
There you have it. Great guy. And, you know, we want to mention, too, that he really does give back to the youth in this community. He runs a training program for preteens and assists with coaching the Hyacks in the off-season.
And speaking of Hyacks, here we have some more Hyacks. We have the New Westminster Secondary School cheer teams, which I believe they're accompanied by the Royal City Cheer and Tumbling as well.
You can hear it. They are definitely cheerleaders.
Absolutely.
Loud and proud.
Always have to be cheerful, even in the rain.
That's right. That's part of the training. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's part of the experience.
And following along with the trend, we have part of the Hyack's football team, led by Coach Farhan Lalji. He has been the coach ever since the program was revived. I know Farhan well. He's a wonderful guy. He actually coached my brother, Graham Wardle, who I believe played with Cody Husband in the inaugural first season with the Hyack's football.
Oh, it's incredible. I recognize him. I think that he does a lot of work.
He does.
I don't know. You know him. I recognize him. He does a lot of work with UBC as well. But we want to mention that the Hyack's football program is beginning its 14th season in the Royal City. So people are counting on these guys. This is great. And they've got kids from ages 5 to 18 taking part.
And here comes the Hyack Festival Parade President 2016, Alan Wardle, my dad. And he looks really excited.
Oh, where's your dad?
Oh, he's just in the car.
Oh, wonderful. He's in the car. There's Alan Wardle. And let's send it over to Dunya.
Hey guys, I'm here with Farhan Lalji, the coach of the Hyack football team. So how does it feel to be here today?
Wet. But it's always a fantastic event. It's unfortunate that we've got this type of weather because it certainly affects the crowds. Normally, if you're here on a sunny day, folks, this is the place to be because the streets are packed and lined. It's 6, 7, 8 deep. So we're at least knowing that that's going to happen again next year when it's sunny makes this all worth it.
And how awesome it is that one of your own, Cody Husband, is the parade marshal.
Cody's fantastic. You know, I'm glad that things have happened for him in the right direction. I know a year ago, you know, after some injuries, he was concerned about where his career was headed, so it was fantastic. He was able to start the second half of the year, did well, got a new contract, got married. He's kind of got a new lease on life, and he was one of our first players back in 2003. He's a fine man, and I'm happy that things have worked out for him.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Farhan, and have fun during the rest of the parade. Back to you, ladies.
Thanks so much, Julia. Another great interview. As the rain comes down, we've got more wonderful floats walking by here. We've got these guys. Wow, look at it. So they're dressed sharp.
Yeah.
In their cream suits.
This is the Royal Rosarians, I believe, but just before them, we also saw the Hyack Festival Association float go by with their 45th Sapphire anniversary theme of Dream, Live, Celebrate. And then I believe the May Queen Suite came along in a trolley, and then we saw the Royal Rosarians.
Wonderful. And now I hear the sounds of a marching band, the Roosevelt Rough Rider Band, and let's listen in. impressed by these bands. I mean, not only are they playing instruments, they're marching, and this band even has some dance moves that they're showing us. So really incredible. And these guys that actually do travel, they come here, of course, to this parade, but also they also perform in Seattle's Macy's Holiday Parade. And that's a big one too.
Absolutely. And now we see the Seattle Seafair Commodores. So they accompany their Seattle friends from Roosevelt High School. And I believe the Commandant Neil Christensen is in that car there, trying to keep dry.
Yeah, they've been active for over 60 years. Their main focus is supporting Seattle Seafair and raising money for women's scholarships.
And now we see a little bit of the Washington State Autumn Festival. They seem pretty happy to be here, even though they're in the rain.
Yeah, I love this. Is another one of those floats that's just beautifully put together. I see almost like a Bavarian village there on the side. Oh, is that a gentleman in lederhosen? It is. I almost missed that because of his rain jacket. That's wonderful to see.
Oh, and coming up quickly behind them, they're getting overexcited there, is the Scouts Canada. Fun fact, actually, Alan Wardle, who is the Hyack president this year, he was actually also a Scouts Canada leader for about 10 years. I grew up and my brothers were in Scouts, and he was very much an organizer and involved in that one. And his leader name was actually Akela. So if you ever see him,
I will say that.
Hello, Akela.
Yeah. And was that locally here?
It was. It was
Wonderful.
in New Westminster, and we've lived here for about 30 years, and my entire family has always been very involved with the community.
Yeah, that's great.
Lots of little guys and cubs and beavers and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, and they actually set up camp right in Queen's Park, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? We've got another great interview. We're going to send it over to Dunya.
Yeah, you guys, check who's here. A whole bunch of kids from, where are you guys from?
We're from all over Surrey.
That's awesome. So what? So you guys are scouts, right?
Yeah, we're all scouts.
What do you love about being in this parade?
It's fun.
I
like getting wet. So yeah.
Definitely soaking right here.
I really like the rain.
Is it the first time that you guys had the parade in the rain like this?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much, guys. Go enjoy the parade and enjoy the rain. Back to you, lady.
Dunya's definitely enjoying herself. That was great. Nice to see all the kids with smiles on their faces. And check out this float. This is incredible.
Absolutely. This is Capitol Lake Fair, and the description of this float is a vision of red and silver. And you can really see that. Those beautiful girls up there just still trying to brave the rain. They seem pretty happy about it.
On the top of that 12-foot heart. I have to give them props. That's really nice. Well put together floats. That's a nice one. And they got some rock music playing.
Absolutely. And their theme this year is Community Hearts Fly.
Next up, we've got some kids. This is the Royal City Youth Soccer Club, and they've recently celebrated, again, this is a big number, 50 years of serving the soccer community here in New Westminster.
Absolutely, and that's fun for all ages. It's not just kids. It's ages from 4 to 60 years of age, and I was actually a soccer player myself in the Royal City Youth Soccer Club. Unfortunately, I didn't like running, so they stuck me in goalie. I ended up being pretty good, though.
So, you know what, between you, your 5 siblings, mom and dad, you have done a lot of activities here in New Westminster.
To say the least, yes, absolutely.
We wanted to mention, too, there's 1,200 youth and 100 adults playing soccer, ranging in ages from 4 to 60. So great club.
Incredible. Ooh, and you hear them coming. Here's the Marysville Strawberry Festival, and you can see they're getting really into the spirit today. You see some dance moves up there, and everybody's smiling in a wonderful float, and they're celebrating 85 years. Oh my goodness.
Incredible, yeah. We've got Royalty Queen Kennedy, Princess Callie, and Princess Emily on that float. And they're waving and dancing.
That was my favorite part of the parades, is just getting to dance.
And next up, we've got the New Westminster Junior A and Intermediate A Salmon Bellies Lacrosse Club.
Oh, those boys look a little bit wet.
They don't seem to mind, though, waving to everyone in the crowd.
Absolutely. And also, New Westminster is not only home to the Salmon Bellies, but it's also home to the Canadian Lacrosse Hall of Fame, so maybe we'll see some of those boys in there one day.
Yes, that would be lovely to see. And they've got a couple of trucks full of players, but we want to take this opportunity to say a big thanks to Cal Tire. You can't see it, but we are basically parked in their parking lot. We've got our whole production crew set up here. They've been very kind, helped us with setup, and we really appreciate it. So big thanks to Cal Tire.
And we're still seeing some more salmon bellies come down here. And the New Westminster salmon bellies are entering into their 127th season. Man, oh man, everybody's been here for so long.
That's right. We also want to thank our electrician, Elworthy Electrical. This whole production does not happen without a team that includes electrical services, so big thank you to Elworthy.
We're still seeing some more salmon bellies. Man, this rain is just not letting up. You were saying earlier that we weren't going to let it rain on our parade, but I think that everybody's kind of enjoying it, actually.
You know, I think people are getting into it. I think we've moved on from hopeful for sun to just acceptance.
Pretty
I
much.
think once you accept it, you run with it. You can even see there's a mom with her stroller. Kids are in the stroller staying warm. You've got the kids behind her wearing their salmon bellies jerseys. And they're all right. I think they're doing okay.
Yeah, and the reason that the New Westminster lacrosse team is called the Salmon Bellies is we are bordered on the wonderful Fraser River, which has many, many families of salmon, but a wonderful, healthy. What's the word I'm looking for? Community.
And while we're talking about community, the Hyack Festival Association would love to thank the city of New Westminster. You know, the city really does help out for parades like this with providing street closures, fire and police services. So their commitment to the parade's expenses is greatly appreciated. So big thank you to the city of New Westminster.
And I think I see another marching band coming up here. It looks like this is Meade High School, and they're coming to us from Spokane, Washington. Wow, that's a long way.
Yeah, I love seeing all these bands coming up for this this festival and this parade. It really is. I mean, it's putting New Westminster on the map.
Absolutely. And they have 138 members coming to us down the street. We not only see musicians, but we also see a flag team. And they're led by the direction of Mr. Rob Lewis and Mr. Brandon Campbell.
We haven't seen a flag team yet, so I'm really excited to see what these ladies can do.
I always wanted to be in band in high school. My mom bought me a trumpet, but you know, I just never got a hold of it. I got the hang of it, I mean.
Did a little bit of tenor sax myself, but never was able to take it to the next level of marching and playing.
Yeah.
Let's listen in. These guys, they sound great. I want to remind you too that the Hyack Festival is on Twitter at Hyack Festival. So if you're out at the parade, and you want to let them know they're having a good time, what it's like, you can tweet at them.
And here we have the Spokane Lilac Festival, and we see marching in front of them. It looks like they've received the award of Best Humor Award, and their theme this year is Lilacs in Wonderland. And see those wonderful ladies still brave in the weather. They got some umbrellas up there, but they still look beautiful as ever.
Award well deserved. That's an incredible float. Look at that cat up top. Amazing. And those beautiful purple dresses. And what do you think of their wave as a former Miss New Westminster? How's the wave?
It's very well executed, I have to say. They have the wave down. They throw in a kiss here and there. It's all in the elbow. It's all in the elbow, Bianca.
There you have it. Yeah. And this is why Grace is my co-host today. It's for information and fun facts like that. The Vancouver Stealth are coming up here. You can see their van. I'm wondering if we're going to see anyone pop out of the yes.
Cool. Looks like we might have a special guest.
Yeah, special guest coming in into the rain. We appreciate it. Our cameras appreciate it. So we'll see. Oh, and it looks like their mascot.
Absolutely. And the Vancouver Stealth is a member of the National Lacrosse League, and they play their games at the Langley Event Center. So another lacrosse team we see. I'm not sure if you knew, but many people think that hockey is the national sport of Canada, but it's actually lacrosse.
You know, Grace, I did know that. But you're right. It is something that not everyone knows. Great sport. Also has a great history and tradition here in Canada.
Definitely. We see another float coming down here. This is the War Amps.
Mean machines. And their message is spot the danger before you play.
Absolutely. And this is the Play Safe, Drive Safe float. We see some of those smiling faces under a bit of a cover. They have the right idea as well.
Exactly. Yep, they know how to do it in the rain. 2016 marks the 70th anniversary of the War Amps key tag service. So that's, wow, another big anniversary. And to date, more than 1.5 million sets of lost keys have been returned to their owners. So great work there.
And we see coming by the Remix Advantage float. And I saw before them was they received the award of Mayor Award for commercial entry. So good job, Remax.
Yeah, they've been very creative with their float.
Absolutely. And this float is from New Westminster's Hometown Realtors. Actually, my mom, First Lady Deb Wardle, works for Remax with Dave Valley.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
We're really all over the place.
You guys, you are all over this, and I love it. Keep the information coming. Beautiful float coming up here. This is the Daffodil Festival. Now, they're celebrating their 83rd year in Pierce County. And the theme of this float is fun in the sun. Oops.
Well, I hope they're still having fun in the rain.
Exactly. And I like the fact that they're bringing, this is probably the only sun we'll see, so I'm excited that they brought their float out.
Well, they received the Sweepstakes Award for Best Overall Float, so good job, Daffodil Festival. We see some lovely ladies in yellow with their float with the sun on it, so that's what we've been looking for.
That's right, and I really appreciate the umbrellas also work really well. They really put the time and effort in.
It's so wonderful to see all of these floats. I know it must be hard for these girls to stay positive and stay excited because there aren't as many people out here as normal, but they still seem to be having so much fun, and it's really great to see them smiling.
Yeah, so on the float, you've got Emily Oliver and 4 of the Daffodil Princesses. And these ladies, as we were talking about before, I mean, yes, there's a pageant aspect to it, but they're doing volunteer work, and they're doing so many other things in their community.
Absolutely. And they're also putting a lot of work into this float. That float was actually built by an all-volunteer crew that invests over 1,000 hours in construction and decoration of that float, and that just gives you a baseline for many of the other floats that we saw today.
Wonderful.
It takes a lot of work.
Well, we're going to send it now to a quick commercial break. Stay with us. Lots more to come from the Hyack International Parade. What do I love about living in Metro Vancouver? Well, besides the great coffee, it's getting out and meeting the incredible people who make up our communities. The culture, the action, and the good karma moments. All that plus the spectacular scenery here on the West Coast.
As the new host of Go only on Shaw TV, I'll show you why local is what you'll want to watch.
Shutout simulator audition, take 1.
It's game time at the Hockey Hall of Fame. Face off against today's best players and share your game cam videos. The Hockey Hall of Fame. It's your time to play.
It's where you live. Shaw TV, your local voice.
Welcome back to the somewhat rainy but very exciting 45th Annual Hyack International Parade. We're going to send it over now right to the parade route to Dunya Tozy.
Thanks so much, Bianca. I've got here the 2 sisters from the Chinese, from the New West Chinese Society. You guys are sisters. I love what you're wearing. What do you think about this parade? What do you love about the parade?
We love the parade. It's how to say it's great to promote multicultural heritage of Canada. We are very proud of being part of it today. and we will come next year again.
And obviously you can see the weather. Were you guys worried with your beautiful outfits?
Yes, yeah, it's Chinese opera outfit.
It's Chinese opera outfit. Very nice. So you guys sing?
Yes, we perform Chinese opera. My sister is a Chinese opera artist. She immigrated to Canada 2 years ago. I came to Canada 17 years ago. So my parents, everybody, we got a big family reunion here. So my family were big on music, and we practice Chinese opera a lot. So now we just pick up the family hobbies from early childhood. So it's my part-time hobby, and I perform around. And I have a big decision in my 40 years. I turned 40 last year.
Wow, you don't look 40 at all.
I do.
Wow, well, you guys... Two children. Well, you ladies look so great. Enjoy the parade and stay away from the rain.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
I have a big decision in my, in my life, and next year I am running for office.
Oh, wow, you are.
In Burnaby Deer Lake.
That's nice. Well, congratulations.
Carry on. Support me, please.
Awesome. Thank you so much, ladies. Well, they look really pretty. And they're, well, you guys have the fun. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much. So yes, it's getting political out here at the parade a little bit, making some announcements, which is maybe a good time to mention that the Hyack Festival Association really appreciates the mayor and city council members who are attending the parade. They want to thank them for the great job they did. I mean, they had smiles on their faces, and they're really helping carry on this wonderful New Westminster tradition.
Absolutely. And while we were talking to those lovely ladies there, we also saw the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival go by and their lovely float. And then we also had the Saffordin Business Association, and you saw a few of those bicycles in the background there. We had Caps Bicycles. It's a wonderful place. They have these great old-timey bikes as well as more of the modern type.
Yeah, there was definitely a variety of bikes. You could see them go by at Dunia in the interview. And now we've got another great marching band coming up. This one's local. This is Burnaby North's marching band. Now these are 80 dedicated students ranging from grade 8 to grade 12.
They seem to be in the spirit of things with their Vikings hat there.
That's what really makes them stand out to me. I always remember these guys because of the Viking hats. So let's listen in.
Definitely multitasking at its finest.
Yeah. This guy's walking backwards too. Very impressive.
We see another flag team behind that Burnaby North Secondary band.
No hats for them. They're just going for it.
I feel like the flags might get caught on there if they were twirling them around.
Good point, Grace. You're right. We've got some slick cars coming up now. This is Kiss FM.
Ooh.
104.9 on the dial. They're the home of Randy, Andrew, and Susie, non-stop hits. And Wham Bam, August 20th with Headley, they wanted to mention as well. That's Andrew the Intern, right? That's that radio station.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
And also, the slick cars you were mentioning, they're provided to us by Key West Ford, and I believe I see Lucas Lalji there in the front seat of one of them. That's actually Farhan's son. We talked to Farhan earlier today.
Oh, so it's a family affair for a lot of people.
Absolutely. The family aspect of this parade, and not only this parade, but this community is really great. It's so wonderful to see everyone coming out and supporting each other, and especially with the rain.
I know. Well, this is nice to see everyone. We've got some people with flags. Oh, this is the Salvation Army coming through.
Oh, okay.
They do a great work all around Metro Vancouver. This is New Westminster's chapter.
They really do. And I believe we have the Sally Ann coming up. Yeah, Sally Ann girl. She's the mascot of the Salvation Army. And their message is giving hope today, one army, one mission, one message. Salvation Army.
Wonderful. got lots more, a lot more floats coming up. We're really only, about at the halfway point, so a lot more to come. Got the vehicles coming through. There she is. She's getting a little wet, but there's an umbrella. She's waving to people. We definitely do see people sort of further up the street that have their ponchos on, that have their raincoats on, that are enjoying this parade.
And here we see the Salvation Army motorized vehicle. It's an old Army vehicle equipped for the usage of Salvation Army in emergency disasters. So it's nice to see them out supporting the parade today.
That's right. I like the vehicle.
Absolutely.
It's pretty tough.
And we see a little farther up the road. This is my mother's favorite entry. It's the Silver Diamond Country Dancer. She always says that one year I'm going to get up there. I'm going to get up there, Grace. I'm like, okay, Mom.
You got to encourage that. So are they local?
I believe they come from,
We're going to find that out for you, because if Grace, your mom, wants to become part of this, we're going to find out where they practice. But they're, this truck here is Valley Driving School, so that's a local trucking company.
Yeah, I believe they are local. I should have known that off the top of my head. I believe that they are local members, and they're always welcoming new members, so my mom should be getting in touch with them, that's for sure.
Here we go. We found, we solved the mystery. They are from Langley. That makes sense. Look at, I love the energy. I don't blame your mom.
Absolutely.
Some line dancing happening.
Yeah.
Got their cowboy boots on. You know, we just had the Cloverdale Rodeo last weekend. I bet you they were there as well.
Yeah.
I'd sing along, but I want people to stay tuned.
And here we have the New Westminster Chamber of Commerce and Lynn Radbourne. And Lynn was actually my program coordinator when I was Miss New Westminster, so I definitely know her. She's a wonderful lady. She does a lot of work in the community, and we actually see behind her is the old fire truck engine, and Bill Radbourne's on there. That's what I was looking for.
Ah, there he is.
Bill Radbourne. That's Lynn's husband.
Ah.
Yeah.
And that's very, I mean, I can't date that, so I don't know cars very well, but I love it. It's a classic fire engine.
Absolutely.
With a clown. Look at that. They brought a clown along. With an umbrella, of course, but it's a very colorful umbrella.
And it's actually a, I believe it's a 1929.
And Dunia's got an interview. Dunia, over to you.
Thanks so much, Bianca. We've got here Lynn Radbourne from the New West Chamber of Commerce. Lynn, what do you think about today?
Oh, this is it's such a shame that it had to rain so hard, you know. With people coming out and people coming from all over, it would have been nice if it had been warmer and drier, but we've got a lot of folks out and they're still not being dampened. The spirits aren't being dampened.
That's right. I see many people, you know, across the street there. So what do you love about this parade?
I love everything about it. It brings out the community. It just is it brings people from the States. It is a real fun parade to be in.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lynn. Back to you, ladies.
Wonderful. I'm glad you got that interview with Lynn. Great person, big in the community. And now we've got a fun one coming up. This is the Kathleen Carlson Dancers Society. And Miss Kathleen has been teaching for more than 20 years. Got the dancers. Hopefully they do a little, oh, here we go. We have a little dance performance, I think.
I believe this is Highland dancing, if I'm not mistaken. And we see the tartan again, a few different colors in this one.
That's right.
Now, both my sisters are dancers, but I was never able to get the hang of it. I feel like I had two left feet.
Yeah, the coordination is big. Yeah, I also
absolutely
didn't really excel at dancing with these guys. I mean, look how young some of these dancers are, so they're getting into it early.
I think that's the key.
Yes.
Yeah. Look at that. That's great.
Yeah, and if you like these dancers, they do really perform all around New Westminster at local events, family days, Easter in the park, Queensborough days, you name it, they're there.
Absolutely. Now we see the token pink cars of Nurse Next Door Home Care Services. And they've been providing compassionate and flexible home care delivered by exceptional staff. And they've been around this community for many, many years.
Sort of see in the distance. We've got some more great floats coming up. We've got Freemasons volunteer driver program cars just kind of coming by right now. And that's a wonderful program.
And they'll be celebrating their 300th anniversary. I think they win for the oldest association.
I think that's incredible. Yeah, that is definitely the oldest. Well, that started in London, England in 1717 and carried over to New Westminster and to Canada, of course.
Oh, and they're known for making good men better.
So many jokes there, but I'm not going to go there. Next up, Job's Daughters, an international organization for girls between the ages of 10 and 19. They learn some excellent life skills such as leadership, teamwork, community service, public speaking, and very importantly, self-confidence.
Absolutely, and they have 2 dignitaries with them. They have Megan Buckman, who is Miss British Columbia, Job's daughter, and I believe that's Michelle Peterson, Honored Queen of Bethel. So it's great to see them.
Next up, love this float. This is a float for the Steveston Salmon Festival. A little salmon up there in his boat.
Yeah, I think that's Sammy the Salmon, actually.
I think you're right. And they get 100,000 people out to their community. July 1st is the date. I love Steveston. It's a historic fishing village. And another good number for you, 125 years old.
Wow, that's incredible. And I believe that they hold the record for catching the longest or the biggest salmon on record, and it was recorded at 7 feet 2 inches long. That's insane.
I can't even wrap my head around that. That's incredible. Wow.
It really is.
All right, well, we've got, now this band. I like the way that they're doing this. They're on a float.
Absolutely.
They look comfortable. They've got their ponchos on.
This is the Metro Vancouver Firefighters Band.
That's right.
So not too much of a drive for them, but they still seem to have made it out today, so we're so happy to have them.
So nice to see them. They've got drums on the back there. Can't walk with those, so I think they're going to play a little something for us.
Maybe not.
Well, we got a bit of a drum solo.
Just a little.
I enjoyed that.
And they were founded in 1927 as the Vancouver Firemen's Band, and then recently changed their name to then they changed to Vancouver Firefighters Band, and then more recently Metro Vancouver Firefighters Band.
Is that a Zamboni? It sure is. The Vancouver Giants are coming by. Earlier we saw their mascot. Here's their float entry. A couple of the players on that Zamboni.
Oh, you know you're in Canada when.
Exactly.
And now we have the Penticton Peach Festival Society, and they received the Hyack Award.
Oh, they're another award-winning floats. This will be a fun one to see. Got they're really got their tiaras on.
Oh yeah,
they're waving.
Another great example of float waving. Very well executed, ladies.
Okay, yeah, 10 out of 10 from Grace. But they have the dates there, August 3rd to 7th in Penticton. So I want to remind everyone, if you're free, you can head up there for that wonderful festival.
I think it'll be warmer up there in Penticton.
Absolutely.
And now I believe we have Thornbridge Senior Retirement Community. Some of those members there giving us a wave in their cowboy hats. Happy to be here, which is nice.
Love their energy. And seniors are royal. That's what they've got written on the bus, and I absolutely agree. They've decorated the bus. They've got people in there, and they're smiling and waving. So nice to see them.
They're staying warm in there.
Exactly.
They got heat.
Yeah.
And here we come up. Another good idea. We have another float being pulled with a nice roof over their head, so they're staying dry, and that's the Association of Islamic Charitable Projects. And this association presents their several multi-age groups that are focused on bringing moderation and integration into the society. From community to community, our children are the shining hope of the future.
Yeah, that's their motto, that their children are the shining hope to the future, and I like that because, you know, that's what it's all about. It's about mentoring, getting youth involved in programs. We saw so many youth in the parade already, whether it's a cadet or a dance team or volunteers. So it's so great to see all these young people out And that's another great colorful float.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, you ask anyone that grew up in New Westminster, and they all have memories of the Hyack Festival parade. And some traditions that don't go on anymore. Actually, there was a tradition that we had. It was called the Looney Ball Run, and it was they literally dumped about 1,000. They look like ball pit balls down 6th Street, and it was great fun.
Yeah, and I've talked to the mayor, and this is a very young community, lots of families with young children, so important to offer these kinds of things. And here we have a very aquatic themed float coming up.
Yeah, and this is from White Rock, BC. And the lovely festival that's up there. I was during my year, I was able to go up to White Rock and be in their parade, and it was wonderful. It had so much fun, and it looks like their theme this year is Under the Sea Fantasy, and it was built by volunteers in 2014, and it celebrates just to celebrate the 65th anniversary of the White Rock Sea Festival.
Yeah, and the 67th annual White Rock Sea Festival is happening July 29th to the 31st, so that's coming up, and again, pretty sure that will be a bit sunnier than today.
I think they have probably the most appropriate theme, Under the Sea.
Exactly, yeah. Fits in very well. They've done a great job with that float. And what do we have next here?
This is Koibel Fitness. I believe I'm saying that right, Koibel. They are a group that they're interested in a new you health transformations. Get into the best shape of your life right here in Uptown New West. So they're just a different alternative kind of gym fitness place, and it's nice to have different choices for your fitness.
That's right, you don't have to do an aerobics class. I mean, you and I can't anyway, because we can't even dance. But yeah, there's always options. This is a nice, beautiful float coming up. This is the Kwantlen First Nation.
This is a commercial float, and their business group is comprised of several different companies that work closely with both private and public sector organizations to support economic development in our community and beyond. So they got a nice long, I believe that's a kayak or a canoe?
Ooh, I'm not sure.
But again, well themed a boat for this rainy day.
Yeah. It fits perfectly with the atmosphere of today's parade.
And we see some more members of that in the bus behind them. Sounds like they're doing some traditional First Nations music and singing.
Right, and next up, the Royal City Sister City Society.
Yeah, the Royal City Sister City Society, oh man, another tongue twister. They're dedicated to bringing communities together. I believe the Sister City is in the Philippines, and so it's a long way. They're a long way from home. During the 25-year relationship between Quezon City and New Westminster, they both enjoyed reciprocal visits of council members, street kids, exchange, economic discussions beneficial to both cities. So, and they're looking forward to the continued celebration of our sister cities.
Wonderful, wow, 25-year relationship, that's amazing.
It really is.
Oh, musical theater, Royal City Musical Theater is coming up. Got that vintage car rolling through.
Absolutely.
That is, by the way, in case you're wondering, a 1911 Cadillac.
Oh, I thought they were singing.
So did I. No, they've got to focus on staying dry and waving, so.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they've got Reno Sweeney, a nightclub singer and former. And Moonface Martin, a lovable, goofy gangster in there for their production of Anything Goes. And that's happening next year.
Oh, and this is the Royal Eagles, I believe, Society, or Fraternal Order of the Eagles, number 20, New Westminster. They're accompanying the Fraternal Order of the Eagles, helping people here in New Westminster for over 100 years, raising money for local charities, having fun while they raise funds.
Wonderful, and we've seen so many great cars, so we want to thank Key West Ford again. They've been providing the vehicles for all the VIPs that you've seen in today's parade. They also provided advertising and other media promotions, just getting the word out about this great parade. So New Westminster, we thank you. Hyack Festival Association thanks you. Key West Ford.
Absolutely.
And now over to Dunya. She's got another interview from the street.
Thank you so much, Bianca. I've got Gary Parlin here, who's a resident of New Westminster, and he braved the rain here today because he can't miss a parade, right?
Of course. I've been coming in for about 40 years.
Wow, what do you love about the parade?
like everything, like the big band, and I like most all the kids. They're getting all wet.
And I guess it makes it easier that you live across the street.
Yeah, it does make it much easier.
So what is your favorite memory? Have you ever seen actually a day like today?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, normally it rained a little bit all the time.
And that didn't stop you?
No, really.
Well, thank you so much and enjoy the rest of the parade.
Thank you.
Take care. Back to you.
Thank you, Dunia. And I'm sure there are many citizens here in New Westminster who absolutely will not miss a parade. Either you're out here, you're watching right now. It is a great parade. We've got, ooh, look at this slightly intimidating but lovable bear mascot. Lion, that's a lion.
That's Rory the Lion from Douglas College. He's the mascot of all of their sports programs. So I believe we probably have a few Douglas College attendees. I know that it's a wonderful school and they have a lot of different sports programs. So get out and support Douglas College. And we also saw the Arts Council of New Westminster go ahead by.
And this is Coquitlam. Coquitlam has a float.
Yeah, Festival Coquitlam. They're very proud to present their float that demonstrates the festivals and activities that take place in their city. And they're celebrating their 125th anniversary.
And the large picnic basket emphasizes the teddy bear picnic, which they hold every June. Hopefully better weather for that one. And the rotating sign coming out of the basket lists many of the festival's events and activities.
Wonderful. And I believe now we have the Senior Services Society coming up here. We have lots of people walking out in front.
Honk if you love seniors. Lots of honking going on.
Yeah.
And they've 25 years of they provided housing and support to seniors in this community.
Absolutely. We see some of those seniors, I believe, on that bus there. And they sit on the side there, it says, chat with seniors, brighten up their day. Well, let's have a chat with one of them because I want my day to be brightened up.
Exactly. Can we bring them out of the bus and over here?
Yeah.
Ooh, another award winner coming up.
And this is the Queen's Park Award. And this goes to the city of Burnaby for their float, Be a Believer.
Well, bees are so important to our survival because of their ability to pollinate. So they, I think it's getting talked about more and more and keeping the bee population healthy. So Burnaby has this beautiful float dedicated to that.
Absolutely. Another local float. It's nice to see that not only do we have our neighbors to the south coming up and braving the weather, but we also have a few locals, which is great.
That's right. Communities around Metro Vancouver are coming to be part of this parade. And you know who's coming up right now? The Port of Vancouver have got a float, and I know that they're a returning sponsor, so we definitely want to take a moment to thank them. They've generously supported one of the city's most beloved traditions, and that is, of course, the Hyack Parade.
Absolutely. And they were previously Port Metro Vancouver, but now they've changed their name to just Port of Vancouver. A little bit shorter, a little bit more fun. We see a seagull, I believe. I'm not sure if we have his name.
Oh no, I don't think we do. But yeah, that's their mascot.
I believe so. You see a lot of lots and lots of seagulls around the Port of Vancouver, that's for sure.
That's right. Very appropriate choice there. Super Sweeps coming up.
Yeah, and Supersweep.ca is a leader in street cleaning and parking lot cleaning in the Metro Vancouver area, and they're based out of Port Coquitlam. So I wonder if they can sweep up some of this rain and water.
That'd be great. Yeah,
it really would.
And you know, it was really fun to see the different vehicles. You've got the bigger truck, and then behind it, the little guy.
Yeah. Well, they definitely help us keep our beautiful Royal City clean, and we'd like to thank them for that.
Now, develop.bc.ca is coming up. We've got too much stuff, and who doesn't? There are 3 ways to donate. There's donation bins, drop off, or pick up.
Absolutely, and this the Developmental Disabilities Association. Bianca was just saying their website, so go ahead onto there if you have any extra things that you don't need anymore, and it's just cluttering up your garage or your spare room or something. I definitely know my mom could take that website phone number down. We got too much stuff in my house.
Absolutely. I think you're not the only one, but yeah, wonderful cause, great place, great thing to do. You've got too much stuff, and who doesn't?
Yeah.
Royal City Community Church was going by. Save on Foods had a truck that went by, and now we're on to another band.
Absolutely. This is the Feilun Dafa Association, I hope I'm saying that right, of Vancouver. And they practice it is practiced in over 100 countries over the world, and it improves mental health and physical health as well.
Yeah, and on the float you can see practitioners dressed in traditional Chinese costumes. They're demonstrating standing exercises, sitting meditation. It's really, really great to take in. You'll see that little later, but first we've got the band, of course, so let's listen in.
What talented folks they have there.
Absolutely, and there's what I was mentioning, so you can sort of see the practice done on the float.
Absolutely, and they're just going all out. No umbrellas for them.
Yeah, but big smiles.
We also see their marching unit here. And Falun Dafa is also called Falun Gong, which is an ancient form of mind and body practice that originated in China.
Yeah, and they've got their bright yellow clothes on. We thank them. It's bringing a little sunshine to this parade.
True.
And it's always nice to see smiling faces. And we've got a lot of those coming up right now.
And now we see their dynamic Chinese drum team. Chinese drummers often appear in traditional Chinese celebrations. So a little bit of heritage here. You see they're having some fun.
The Lower Mainland Purpose Society is coming up behind them. They deliver a continuum of social, health, educational, and residential programs. They're providing service to approximately 2,000 children, youth, and families each year.
Wow, what a great cause. And I believe we have the Transit Museum coming up next. The old-timey bus there.
I haven't seen a bus like that since the movie Speed came out, I think in the 90s. So, but that's potentially even older than that.
Well, they are fairly old in themselves. It's a non-profit society, and they were established in 1986. There's actually no physical building for the Transit Museum, and it attends an average of 30 community events per year, including this parade right here.
Yeah, and Grace, were you born in 86?
Not quite, not quite.
Well, look at that vintage truck rolling through, and I think that might be the end of this year's wonderful 45th annual Hyack Festival International Parade. Grace, so much fun having you here to provide all the extra fun facts and the history, and just having you sit next to me and chatting about this wonderful city of yours.
Absolutely, it definitely was a wonderful experience, and it was so nice to be under a tent.
That's right. Yeah, we've been in this wonderful tent. Somebody though who's been out there in the rain is Dunya Tosi. So let's get some final comments from her. Dunya.
Thanks so much, Bianca and Grace. Well, it's been great here. There was no lack of energy despite the rain. What's lost is my hair, of course. It's all wet, but I had so much fun. It was a great event. Back to you, ladies.
Thank you so much, Dunya. We've enjoyed your interviews. It was nice to see you talking to everyone, the parade marshal and some people on the floats. Grace, your favorite part?
I would definitely have to say it was those country dancers. I mean, I just gotta go for it, you know. I mean, I think my mom's gonna really get into it one of these days, and then she's gonna lasso me into that one too.
Yeah, those were the dancers from Langley, and we were talking about the fact that this parade just brings in folks from all over the Pacific Northwest. We had marching bands from Seattle. We were looking at that beautiful float that was celebrating Peach Fest, which is coming up in August. So many great things happening, and I don't know what we're going to do next. We might actually see Dunya one more time. Who can say really right now? Oh, no, we're not going to see her. We're actually just going to say goodbye, and that's the wonderful thing about being live. But Grace, I really want to thank you.
Absolutely.
It's been so nice to chat with you and to look at this parade. I want to say a big thank you to our crew who were here early in the morning setting up in the pouring rain. So thank you so much to them. And from all of us here at Shaw TV, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next year. Their rain jackets and their motorcycles.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you came to my rescue. I needed someone to carry my sha-la-la, 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 sha-la-la-la.